Hey everyone, it's William. You're watching Beyond the Ties that Bind. Thanks for joining me. I hope that everybody's having as good of a day as you can possibly have. Now, I want to go back and visit something which I touched on yesterday, and that is House Resolution 6666. Now, this is to authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants to eligible entities to conduct diagnostic testing for coronavirus and related activities such as contact tracing through mobile health units and, as necessary, at individuals' residences and for other purposes. Now, this right here, at individuals' residences and for other purposes, should scare everyone. I believe that now, a lot of people say, now, this bill hasn't passed yet. The Republicans, hopefully, they'll fight against this. But I believe they're doing beta testing concerning this resolution in different areas of the country. Case in point, in Georgia, if you go to the Georgia Department of Public Health website, there is a story, states, Georgia Department of Public Health partners with CDC on coronavirus antibody testing survey. And the article goes on to say, the Georgia Department of Public Health is partnering with Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Fulton and DeKalb County Boards of Health to conduct an antibody testing survey to better understand how many people have already been infected with the virus that causes coronavirus. Now, this has already happened because it says the testing would take place between April 28th to May 4th, and I'm going to get information. I'm going to try and run down information as to how this was conducted and carried out. So, teams of public health professionals will visit randomly selected homes in different areas of Fulton and DeKalb counties. Household members will be asked to answer survey questions and provide a blood sample to be tested for antibodies for SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes coronavirus. Antibodies are produced when someone has previously been infected with coronavirus. Now, it goes on to say, we encourage everyone who is visited by the teams to participate in this very important survey that can help public officials assess how widespread coronavirus is in certain areas, said Kathleen Toomey. This is another way that Georgians can help play a role in helping fight the virus. So they've already been going door to door in certain areas. And something else that caught my attention was how that the Wisconsin National Guard is conducting free COVID-19 testing at 2 Milwaukee sites. Now, they're not going door to door, but they are being trained to conduct these testing. This is National Guard being trained to conduct testing. It says, free COVID tests begin Monday morning, May 11th in Milwaukee for anyone who wants to know if they've contracted coronavirus. No appointment is needed and you don't even have to be showing symptoms to take advantage. The Wisconsin National Guard will be conducting testing at 2 sites in the city for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Testing will be offered on Milwaukee's north and south sides at the Midtown parking lot near 57th Street. So, it says we currently have 15 specimen collection teams that are operating all through Wisconsin, and that number is growing to 25 in the next couple of days, says the captain of the Wisconsin National Guard during news conference Sunday afternoon. Now, I know there's been a lot of rumors concerning the National Guard going door to door or actually bottlenecking highways to carry out tests in metro areas. Now, the only thing that leads me to believe that there is truth to these rumors is the fact that they're using the National Guard in a lot of different areas to conduct these tests. Right here, it says National Guard offers free COVID-19 testing, and this is Dawsonville. The Georgia Army National Guard advises they will be conducting free COVID-19 testing in the North Georgia area. A testing site will be open every day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Rock Creek Park Recreation, 445 Martin Road, Dawsonville. The testing is open to the public and you are not required to pre-register. So, we have National Guard in a lot of different states that are conducting tests right now. And you also have what's going on with the Georgia Department of Public Health partnering with the CDC to conduct testing. Then you go back to HR 666, and it talks about testing at individual residences and for other purposes. I know a lot of people are saying, well, the bill hasn't passed yet. That doesn't mean anything. I believe that they're beta testing. I believe right now they're actually training these people on how to conduct the testing. And I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong on this, but I don't think that I am. I think the tests are going to be more widespread. I think they're going to be going into metro areas and actually going door to door and forcing people to take tests. So here you have Texas National Guard conducting COVID testing at Tyson plant in Amarillo. And I'm going to see if this is going to work for me here and go to the other speakers and play this for everyone.
City leaders told me this morning citizens will not have new rules or enforcement to worry about with all these government agencies here, other than what has already been recommended with masks and social distancing. The Texas National Guard will be increasing testing. The CDC and USDA are visiting every meatpacking plant in the Panhandle and compiling a list of recommendations to keep all employees safe.
Okay, so you have government agencies coming into an area in the Texas Panhandle, and they're stating that there's not going to be any infringement upon freedoms, more so than what there's already been. Isn't that good to know? However, listen to this lady here. And
Dr. Milton is still our health authority. We maintain jurisdiction here in our community, but it's a very collaborative effort. Their main focus is, again, the beef packing plants. And so
now they say, listen to this again real quick.
We maintain jurisdiction here in our community.
She says they maintain jurisdiction in the community. Go back to the headset so you can hear me. But she says that they maintain jurisdiction in the community. Now that's a lie, because anytime FEMA is enacted, and FEMA has been enacted in all regions of the United States now, they are the ones with jurisdiction and authority everywhere. If you go to Executive Order 10990, allows the government to take over all modes of transportation and control highways and seaports. Executive Order 10995 allows the government to seize and control the communications media. Executive Order 10997 allows the government to take over all electrical, power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals. Executive Order 10998 allows the government to take over all food resources and farms. Executive Order 11000 allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under government supervision. Executive Order 11001 allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. So no, Texas, you do not still have jurisdiction when FEMA shows up. And this is something that should trouble everybody out there right now. You also have FEMA's powers were consolidated by Carter to incorporate the National Security Act of 1947, which allows for strategic relocation of industry, services, government, and other essential economic activities to rationalize the requirements for manpower, resources, and production facilities. The 1950 Defense Production Act, which gives presidents sweeping powers over all aspects of the economy. The Defense Production Act has been enacted. Trump did that just last month. The Act of August 29, 1916, which authorizes the Secretary of the Army in time of war to take possession of any transportation systems for transporting troops, material, or other purposes related to the emergency. And the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, which enables the president to seize the property of a foreign country or national. So these powers were transferred to FEMA in a sweeping consolidation in 1979. So this is something that we need to be on the lookout for, because when FEMA comes in, they have jurisdiction over a community. Casey, I'm sorry, but you do not maintain jurisdiction over your community. FEMA has jurisdiction. They have all control when they are activated in the region, and they have been activated in every region in the United States. So FEMA is actually controlling the United States right now under the authority of the president. But with the president we have, he's not too bright. So you can pretty much guarantee that FEMA is who are leading the charge with testing, with the plans to go door to door. And this is something we got to watch. And people, freedom. Nobody has the right to come into your house, to ask you for a blood sample, to ask you to submit to a test, to tell you that you need to be vaccinated, to quarantine you under a stay-at-home order, which is martial law, which is a lockdown. No one has the right to do so. No one has more of a right over your person and property than you do. So no one has a higher claim to your life and property than you do. So they cannot come in and force this. They cannot force you to stay home. People need to stand up to this. And you know what's surprising is, and it usually comes from an area that you would least expect it to come from, is what's going on in California right now, where people are protesting this. They're up in arms. And they're actually protesting. I think people in California have just had enough. So anyway, this is something to look for. This is a developing story. I do believe that with HR 6666, you're going to see mandatory testing come about, people going from door to door, telling people that they have to be tested for the coronavirus. So anyway, and as more comes available on this, I will be following up. So anyway, everyone, have a great day. Love everyone. Until next time, William Moore, Beyond the Ties that Bind. Peace.